Hi guys, do you see that wonderful fruit set already starting on this zucchini? It's April 28th, I'm in zone 5, and I'm going to give you a full tour now of how I have transplanted everything out of those cardboard egg cartons. And then I've got my little mini greenhouses designated for what plant I want behind all of those. Everything is lined up. I know exactly where everything is at because I've laid my seed packet down there, and I have come over and I have made notes on my plans, which have greatly changed since I decided this year that I was bored and I wanted to go ahead and start these and experiment with them early against the house like this with the wind obstruction of the house itself, the way that the yard is. Not a lot of wind can get through this way, and also the heat bank of this concrete driveway. So I've done the whole area here. That's completely done for you. And then I've also went ahead and I did a few here, even though I only have one heat bank. And I do have more wind on this side because there's not a lot of obstruction. And plus, I had enough of these containers, and the way that I cut those egg cartons, I would have had to have transplanted them again, so I figured I'd go ahead and just do that. And I also did one more back here, if you could see that orange cap, in the tomato bed. This is what I tried last year, and it wasn't elevated. I'm sorry, it is elevated. It doesn't have the heat from the actual ground. There's not really a lot of there's actually no solar banks around it, and there's not a lot of wind breaks. So they did grow, but they weren't as successful as I want them to be. So I decided I would try 3 different areas in the yard. So here's what we've got here, and I wanted to show you over here. Here we go. I left this one, and if you can see, that's just my little paper towel with some more tomato seeds. That's all you do is you just tear it off and just lay it on the ground, and you'll just cover it with the recommended amount of dirt, which I think is a 4. I'm just going to pad that in, and when I go to water everything, you can kind of see I have a little bit of a water well here around this plant. It's all going to be watered at the same time, and then I'm just going to move all of the jugs onto that, and it's going to sink in. And here is a great example of what I'm talking about over here. So you can see I've really watered that. It's got standing water in here for the moment, and you can see I have really shoved those down probably about a good 2 inches, and then I brought probably 1.5 inches or 2 inches, and I have surrounded these milk cartons, jugs, whatever you want to use. And since everyone can kind of see this from the road, I tried to make this the most aesthetically pleasing as possible. But it's pretty good. I mean, it's not really going to go to where if there's any wind. Plus, again, I've got this wind break right here. The car is in the way, the house is in the way, the step is in the way. On the other side, same thing. House, trees, neighbor's house, steps. So I have a good little portion of this being kind of protected, considering that I'm doing this 2 weeks early. It's probably still going to frost. Especially these zucchinis, they were ready to get out of those little egg cartons. They needed more nutrition, they needed some room to spread out, they need that direct sunlight, which it's not really going to get direct sunlight because I'm putting it into a white container, but I needed to be smart. I mean, look at how tall this already is compared to that, and that's just a Tidy Cat litter container. There's a lot of ways that you can reuse some of this single-use plastic, and you can keep it each year. All of those tidy cats and some of these milk jugs I already had. I'll just put a string through it, tie it up, put it on a nail in the shed, and I am good to go. And I will collect some of the best ones as I go again this year. Like this one here, yeah, that's not working at all. I'm going to have to pitch that. So I just wanted to give you a full tour of all of that. I'm going to go ahead and water this, put the jugs down. It's about 1 o'clock here, and I'm going to allow the sun to heat this up, and it should carry it through till the next morning, and then it will heat up again for me. Thank you so much. I hope that this has inspired you, given you some nice little ideas, so that you can get out and about and start doing your own thing. This is only going to be here for 2 weeks, so it's not going to look that ugly for that long, but it is definitely worth it to get a jump on what you want to get done here. Thank you. Love you.